this time I can show you what is this projection all about. This one. This projection. So that projection, you will see that there is a perspective there. Right? Perspective. This one is very good for your presentation. Let's say you have this model and then you want to use in your marketing campaign. So just simply select this perspective and then modify. Okay, so you can see here it's three points perspective, right? So you can see the viewing is quite much better now. Okay, but of course during your modeling and then detailing, don't use this mode because it's much easier to control the what we call that, the orthogonal, okay, compared to the perspective. But look, what are the things that you can do? You can also, when you are in the perspective mode, you can do the fly. Okay, fly. So just simply pick this view and then here you can, if you have a bigger model, then you can fly inside. You can do the walk through. Okay. So that you can only do this one if you are in the perspective mode. So how to do that one? So from here, just simply see here, there is a fly or shift F or this fly. Pick the view. So let's say this one and then see here. So you can now, once you do the walkthrough, you can what do you call that? You can record the video and then save it later. So in your website, you can use this one as the flash image.
That means you don't need to set the path.
Huh?
It's not set, you don't need to set the path.
At the moment, no. This one is just a freestyle of moving it. But we have the option to set the path. Okay. All you have to do is to go to you need to download the virtual tour. All right. So now let's discuss next the filtering option in Tekla Structure. Filter. You know the filter, right? So in Tekla Structure, there are two types of filtering. There are two types of filter. One is the select filter, and then the other one is the view filter. Okay? Select filter, and then the view filter. Okay, these are the two types of the filter in Tekla Structure. Okay, let's first do the view filter. Okay, what is view filter? Okay, look. We need to create a rules enabled for us to do the filtering. At the moment, if you double click on this one, if you double click on the view properties, okay, you can see here there is an object group. There is an object group, and then under this object group, there are standard filtering already. This one is the default filter, but I don't want you to use that default filter because you don't know what's inside. Okay, you can try also, but I mean, I always recommend that you create your own filter so that you know what are the rules that you have created in that particular filtering. Okay, so we're not going to use this standard, but instead, let's go to the object group. Okay, click on the object group. Click on the object group. Okay, ready? Click on the object group. Object group.
Okay.
Yeah. So under the object group, you can see here, these are the category. Okay, but kindly select new filter. So it means you delete everything and then click here, new filter. No.
，
here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Here.
Oh, okay.
New filter. Okay, now. Okay, let's create our first filter. Add row. Add row. Okay, so this one is a little bit of if conditions, but we don't have to type that code. But basically, there is a wizard here. So just click on this one. So the filter rule goes like this: if the part name is equal to, what is the part name? Do you know what is the part name that you have modeled earlier? No. If yes, then you just key in. If no, then select from model. So let's say I'm going to filter only the column. Okay, filter only the column. Right? So once I filter the column, so if the part name is equals to column, and then modify, so that only the column parts will be shown in our model. Okay, so there you go. So now, okay, what if I want to filter the column plus the beam, column and beam? So if I know that the correct name, I can just simply, after this column, I just simply space and then type beam. Okay, and then modify. So only the column and beam will be shown. Alright, so that's how you create the two filter. But now, since we're going to create our own filtering, okay, you must put that one as, let's say, one by one. Let's say column. Okay, so here, if the part name is equals to column, and then the name, you can put here Excel, or let's say Excel underscore column, and then save. But before you save, okay, look, before you save, I want you to expand the option here. There is an option there. I want you to expand. Okay, click here to expand. Before you save, before you save to Excel column, I want you to expand, and then I want you to click that one to save that filter to the view filter, selection filter, even object representation, all drawing types, and then organizer. So I want you to save that one to all this selection. Expand. Here. Here, this part. Okay. Click. So just click all.
All.
Yeah, click all. Why? So that this what do you call that? This rule will be applicable for the selection filter, for the object representation, and then even in the organizer. So you don't have to create another rule when you go to the selection filter. Same filter only. Okay? So save as. Okay, save as, and then next is, let's say, beam. I type here beam. So this one, just type here beam, modify. Okay, and then save as. Alright, and then maybe modify and show all again. And then let's say if the value is equal to panel. So this one is Excel, let's say wall. And then save as. So I have three already, right? Column, beam, and panel. Okay. What else? Let's say this one. Slab. Okay. Column, beam, panel, and then slab. And then save as. So I have three. Okay. Now, before we close this one, is your filter is under the slab? Is your filter is under the slab? So if it is the slab, so look, it will show me only the slab, right? Correct? If it is equal to slab, then it will show only the slab. Now, what if the condition is does not equal to slab? Yes, that's correct. It shows everything but the slab. Okay, because that not does not equal to slab. So you can do a lot of things here in the rules. Okay, so whether it is equal to slab or equal or does not equal, then it depends on how you want to deal these rulings. Okay, so now remember we saved that one already, right? We save it already, right? So once we save it, we save it already. So if you open this one, visible in object group, that one will be available already here. So you can see here I have this Excel column, modify, so only column. So here Excel beam, modify, Excel wall, modify, so only walls, Excel slab, and then modify, so only slab. Okay, so if you want to go back to all, just simply select all. Right? You mean the you mean this one. If you want to delete this object group that you don't. Okay, this one you need to go to the system, to the Tekla system, because that one is already saved as the default in the Tekla structure system. So enable for you to do that one, just go to the C drive, and then you can find everything under the C drive, and then Tekla structure, and then you can see here under the environment, it's either the common or Asia. Okay, let's say Asia here in this system that you need to find out here. It's a lot of I mean you can search on that one, but you need to work on that one. Enable for you not to use that standard. But if you really want to create your own, of course that one is always recommended, to create your own, and then you don't want those default to be there. When you create the remember when you create the model, there is a, in the environment there is a Southeast Asia and blank. So blank is total, the one that you used earlier, it's totally nothing, blank. So you have to create your own. Okay, so now look here, this one is the selection filter. We go to the selection filter, so I don't need to create another rule because it's already there. So where is the Excel? Here, you can see here Excel, where's the Excel? Yeah, here, let's say Excel wall. Excel wall. If I take a window of this one, only wall is selected. I don't know why that one is selected, but okay, let's say Control 5, Shift 5. Yeah, Excel wall. I don't know why the slab is also selected, but okay. Let's say Excel column. Okay, so select, and then it shows only the column. I don't know why it is selected. Maybe because of the, yeah, this one selected because of the component symbol. Maybe I'll just simply okay, this one column. Let's say you can see here this one is the selection filter. Let's say Excel slab. Okay, so select, and then it will only show the slab. So that one is Control 5 or Shift 5. Okay, Control 4. Okay. So here, Control 4, it shows everything again. That is the selection filter. So what is the use of filter? Let's say, for example, if I show only the, let's say the wall, modify. So here, I can create now the report for the wall, only for the wall. I can easily create the report for the wall. How? So all I have to do is just go to the, can you go to the drawing and reports, and then numbering, Okay, numbering and then modified numbering. Drawing reports, perform numbering and then numbered modified object. Okay, click. So now the system will automatically assign the piece mark to each and every element. Okay, so now if I go to my reports, okay, if I go to my reports, you can see here there is a cast unit list. Cast unit list. Okay, cast unit list. Can you see that? So all you have to do is select all of this and then create from selected. Select the one that you want to create for the report and then create from selected. So this one, I have now W1 to W5. W1 is 12 number and then this is the size and then I have the area per square meter. Yeah, and then I have the weight and then I have the total volume of the concrete for that particular 30 numbers of wall. Okay, so that is only for the wall. Now, what if I want to create the report for, let's say, for all? For all. So all you have to do now is just simply create from all. Click create from all and then it will give you now the total amount of concrete for the whole thing. Hmm? You want to change the numbering? Yeah, at the moment, by default, we have this numbering system that the Tekla structure will assign the piece marking to each and every element.
Yeah. This one is assigned by the program itself, right?
Yeah.
So if let's say somehow you delete W2, will they reassign? For instance, now I got wall W1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
One of the W2 is different. I delete omitted. So W2 won't be there. Or you want to click the one you reassign.
Okay, look, W2. If one of the W2 you delete, the W2 is still there because quantity wise there are 3 W2.
For instance, the whole
W2 deleted.
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen? It will be W1, W3, W4, W5. So W2 will be totally deleted. Now, unless there is a, let's say for example, you have another new wall that you want to assign.
Yes.
So there is an option in our numbering system that you want to, okay, I will show you the option in numbering system. So here, numbering setting. So you can see here in numbering setting, if you have a new one, do you want to compare to all or take a new number? So it means if W2 is not there anymore, so it will take the W2 because it will compare to the old numbering.
Okay.
Or else, totally the W2 will be deleted and then take the new number. I think that one is much more safer.
Yes.
That one is much more safer.
Yeah.
So you just simply click take new number if it is a new. And then if it is a modified, so compare to all or keep the number if possible or take the new number. So for modified, of course, you don't want to take a new number.
Yeah.
So it's better if you keep the number if possible. If possible. Possible, it means, let's say, because maybe you modify only, let's say you have 3 pieces, you only modify 2.
Okay.
So if possible, then you keep the same number. If not, and then it will take a new number.
Okay.
Okay, so that's if you modify. So these are the setting for the...
Important.
yeah, very important.
You better reassign all here or here.
But again, don't worry about that one. But this one also can you can assign the you can force the numbering if you like. But that one I think useful. This one I can recommend you to use this one in your private because I don't know in Singapore if it is a private project is the consultant also giving you the piece marking?
Some they ask for. You got to follow exactly what they want.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
So if that is the thing, we cannot do anything about it but to follow.
Yeah.
Right? Because the HDB, as far as I know, you have to follow these HDB
Yes.
marking. So this one, this numbering system of Tekla Structure, it will run, but it will work as a background only. It will work as a background, but you have to key in the numbering that you want to use. Okay.
You got to assign each individual.
Yeah,
Right.
you need to assign that one because we have to follow their instruction. If not, then we can follow the Tekla Structure numbering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Because in that case, if they just simply want you to do certain things on the numbering on the prefixes, then it's okay. We can do that one because the thing is we don't know. Okay, even we know that because here the assembly positioning sort order, it means it will number from X first. X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then Y, and then Z. So that's how the numbering calculated here in the Tekla Structure system. Okay, but if the consultant has his own way of numbering, and then we cannot follow this one because we don't know what the system will count. Okay, the consultant sometimes maybe this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, this one is 4, something like that. So we have to key in that one manually. Okay.
How about the prefix only the name of the panel, then the rest the number will automatic?
Yes, that one is possible. That's what I'm trying to say earlier, that if you are following the consultant prefix, then it's okay. So let's say all the column prefix is PC, 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 and then they don't care about the numbering. They don't care about the numbering of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can use the Tekla Structure numbering system. That will be good. But if sometimes they put, let's say, K1F, let's say in HGV, K1F2, K1F-3. So that 2 and 3, you don't know how you need to follow the 2 and 3 as well. But for Tekla Structure, it will give you K1, F2, 3, 4, 5 continuously. Yeah, running number. Okay, so any question on this? What do you call that? Filter. So we created the select filter, view filter. Now let's use this filter in our object representation. What is object representation? Object representation, let's say I want to color this one as 1, or I want to color in a different color beside the 14 basic color of Tekla. I want to create a different color for this. Okay, because we have more color under the object representation. Okay, so this one. So object representation. Okay, so under the representation, I want you to add row. Okay, add row, and then here in this add row, you can see here Excel. Let's say Excel wall. Let's say Excel wall. Huh? Excel wall. So here, color by class. So the wall, I want to change the color. Choose color. So here you can see there's a lot of color here, available color here. Okay, so let's say I want to use this beige color. Okay, this one, and then click OK. So look, I'll put that one up, and then Excel color is the beige color, modify. So now all the wall, Excel wall color is beige. correct? So if you want to change a different color, okay, so you can change that one under the object representation. Now, what if this wall, let's say this wall are glass, transparent, okay, so I can use the transparency here as, let's say 50% and then modify. So now my wall is considered as glass wall, object representation. So let's say, for example, the color of wall is then the color of wall is beige, and then the other color for all could be different color. Let's say I'll choose the this one. I'll choose this and then click OK. So modify. So look, this is now the new color of my model. Okay. But again, this one is just something like the object representation. If you want to do some presentation then. Okay, so let's move on to the wall tool. Okay, so if you don't want to use this one anymore, so you just go here and then go to the standard and then modify or representation. Then here, no, where is that one? Okay, anyway, leave it there. Okay, withdraw. Okay, so now enable for you to fix that color, you must save it, but if you don't save it, then it will go back to this. Okay, so now let's say, for example, I have now my wall tool, let's say wall. So under the panel you can see here wall layout, but for you don't have the wall layout, right? You can just go to this one here and then you type here wall layout. So it's the same thing, this one, wall layout. That's the same wall layout tool. Okay, this wall layout, or here. So for you that you have the wall layout, you just simply click here wall layout. Okay, under this wall layout, look, I'll just simply click one, look, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there you go. I have the wall layout tool. Okay, so now the thing is, this one, now let's move on to the cutting of this. This one, I have this wall layout elementation. Okay, wall layout elementation. Can you click on this? Okay, can you go to this one here? Can you click? Yeah, and then you type here wall layout. Okay, you can see the wall layout elementation. See? Check if you get it. Okay, so you will notice in our wall layout elementation, click on this one. So now, how you want to create the seams here, because this one is how much? It's too big. You cannot produce this long wall, right? So let's say you have a maximum length of the wall that you can produce. Okay, let's say you prepare to produce a 4-meter length of wall. Okay, so all you have to do here is create seam by length. So I'm going to change this one here. Let's say 4,000. Okay, 4,000. Select this one and then create to selected wall. Okay, click create to selected wall, and then it will identify. Okay, look, it will check this wall, the length of this wall, and then it will identify how many 4 meters it can be created. So automatically it will cut your wall. Right? Yeah, 4,000 and then create from selected. So here you can see that. So now you apply this one to all this wall. Let's say this one, this, and this. Okay? So you apply to all this wall. Okay, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then create to selected wall. So here it will create that. Okay, so you notice now already create the wall. I know that you are not really used to the double wall, right? But let's say we have a double wall. Like say I have this skin, okay, with the insulation and then another skin here. So we have this insulation here. Sandwich wall. Okay, so yeah, like a sandwich wall. So here, let's say this one is 200, and then, or maybe let's say this one is 150. This one is 50. This one is 40, and then this one is, let's say, 100. Okay, so how we are going to add that one? How we are going to convert this one to a double wall or sandwich wall? Okay, it's quite easy because we have already the component here. That if I click on this one, look, double click on this, so it shows me the wall layout again. Wall layout. Double click, it shows the wall layout. Okay, so from this wall layout, you will notice here, this one is only 160, right? But look, here, if I want to add 2 more skin, okay, so 1 and then 2, okay, this one panel, let's say I can change this one as external skin, external skin, okay, and then here the layer thickness will be 50, okay, the part name is external skin as well, and let's say the color of this one is 12. Alright, and then select this layer 1. Layer 1 will be, let's say, insulation. And then the layer thickness is also 50. And then the part name is insulation. And then let's say the class is 6. And then the material is miscellaneous. Okay. Then the layer 2 is internal. Internal wall. Copy. And then here layer thickness is 100. And then part name internal wall. Class is also 12. And then this one is C40. Okay, let's see. Modify. So you notice that, see, once I modify, it creates this wall now. Here, I'm going to have a, I will go to the vertical offset, okay? Vertical offset. Click on the vertical offset. So, if you click on this one, the offset, if I put here 150, and then modify, so look, it will offset 150. And then here, if I select the middle here, if I select this middle and then I type here 150 as well, and then modify. So now I have this 150, 150, right? 150, 150 in the vertical offset. So if that one is the case, all I have to do is to select all. Select all of this wall and then modify. Okay? So I can modify that one according to the, see? Now I have this connection, or I have this this wall. Look, slab floor layout tool. So you can just simply click on the corner, this corner. You can click on the corner. Why? Because there is an adjustment. So if I click on this corner, 1 and then 2. So no need for you to go to this. So here you have this 3. So 4. And then 5. Okay, and then middle button of your mouse. So this one now, I just double click on this. So let's say our slab is 150 by 24. Okay, 150 by 24. And then here let's say 11. Modify. So that one is the 150 by 24. And then you will notice here that I need to cut out 60 millimeter at each side, right? So that it will be, okay, look, if I go to this general, okay, that one is okay. So here, advanced, this one, I just need to put 60, 60, 60, and then 60, and then modify. So that one will have a 10 millimeter gap. Okay, so look, if you want to see the section of this one, you can right click and then create clip plane. Right click, create clip plane. Or if you go to this view, you can see here there is a scissor. This scissor, this one is the clip plane. So just simply click on this and then you can see how this one will be placed. So you have, as you can see now, it's sitting on the wall now. Sitting on the wall. By the way, sometimes if you want to have a snapshot, right? You want to have a snapshot and then you want to show this one. So you don't want to show this this grid, this boundary box, right? So if you redraw, right click, it's still there. But if you press Control and then Shift and then right click and then redraw, it will be done. By the way, in addition to that, this one, if you notice here, there are some points here. If you don't want to see that points, you always go to this display. This display is the control which one you want to show in the model. If I don't want to show, okay. If I don't want to show that points, then just simply click the points out and then modify, and then there's no point, right? If I don't want to show the parts, so what happened here? Okay, so if I don't want to show the part, see, it doesn't show the part. But why this element still showed? Because that one is component. So that one is here under the component, still check. If I check this one and then check out the component, so only the part will show, and then the other component, the component will not be shown. So this one is another way of filtering, but on the level of the object, the detailing object. Okay. So if you want to show the reinforcing bar and don't want to show the reinforcing bar, so this is the general filter. Okay. The other filter is something like by rules. This one is different. Okay. So like what I've said, here in the if you have a 3D model, okay, let's say for example for me most of the time all I have is this Sketchup file, this Sketchup, okay. So if you have the Sketchup, let's say a sleeves or this Piper, are you using this Piper connection? You're using this Piper. So this one, let's see what is in the Piper connection. Okay, this library I created it by myself in SketchUp, and then from time to time, if they really want to have a exact item in Tekla Structure, then we can use this one as well. The thing is, my computer is getting slower and slower. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So there you go. So this one, this pipe. This is the. Is this a propping or what?
Insert propping.
Insert propping, right? Yeah, insert propping. So this one. So this one, if you want to call this one inside Tekla Structure and then name that one as insert propping, okay?
So they will count also, right?
It will count the quantity. I can even create the drawing out of this one in Tekla Structure, because it will serve as a what do you call that? It will be the Tekla Structure element already. Okay.
That means you bring in, you become the Tekla.
Yeah. So okay, let me just show it to you. So here, let's say this one. So now I go to my, let's say, steel. There is an item here. Item. Right? This item.
Okay.
So item is totally different to the elements that we have used earlier.
Okay.
Item. So you go to the shape. And then here on the shape you import. Import where? Import from where? From the SketchUp library. Now I have this Piper, let's say M16. Okay, so it imports. So now this one is the Piper M16. Just simply click OK. So there you go. Then here, click 1, 2, and then I have now this Piper M16.
Just now the showing that one is not non-solid, right?
Yeah, not solid. But I mean, doesn't, because here I'm not going to. This one is just if I add this one, add to this assembly. Okay.
But there will be a name for this.
Yeah. So the Piper M16 there. So copy. So let's say this one is add already on the assembly. So now, if I select this one, inquire cast unit. What are those parts included in the cast unit? Okay. So here I have 4 items named as Piper M16 and miscellaneous unidentified.
Okay.
Okay. So this is important for me. The quantity and then this profile.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't even need the weight or the thing there, because that one goes to your ERP system. The ERP already calculate, or sometimes the SAP calculated the weight for that one, as long that it match. So
one problem is if let's say we put because the hole actually for the additional bar.
for
You saw the insert. Okay. Sometimes we need to put additional bar
here
through this one. Yes.
through that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the bar is under part of this or is under rebar? If let's say you're taking out the quantity.
It will be okay. It depends what you want.
Because you see, for PVC, right, we are using the eye angle, the eye one. We also put the bar, and the bar is quite heavy actually.
So no, I mean, is your bar is a rebar or is just a rod? Because it depends.
In terms of quantity or in terms of the rebar usage, right, we want to treat that one as a bar.
As a rebar. Okay.
As a rebar.
So as a rebar, so it will go to bar bending schedule.
Our one now is not.
R1, we're not
Yes.
using, we're not putting it.
Yeah, we don't need it.
But actually it's a fair. It's a
Significant
fair.
calculation.
No, yeah. But our drawing we don't reject this one.
Yes, but it's
So when our rebar content come out, right, we will not include it.
Yeah.
So do you want to include it or not? Because you have to tell me what you want to do so that I can tell you what is the procedure. Because in Tekla, it depends on what the user wants, so that we can provide it
So
to you.
you can choose to
You can choose to include, you can choose to exclude.
because the practice right now is this one is a pair.
yeah.
So the
You
production
will come with
cost-
this, so we don't really include.
So it means if you build out this one, consider that there is so if that one is the case, and then you don't have to
Yeah,
you can exclude that one in the bar bending schedule.
but right.
Yeah. But if we want to show that one in the drawing, then we can still model it.
But I remember Mr. Paul wants to include that
Yeah.
on the
Bar bending schedule, river
But
schedule.
that's why I say something need to accelerate.
rebar weight.
Yeah.
The total weight.
The
Not
total.
exactly on the shop road, the rebar.
The total weight. Yeah. So yeah, in that case, we can also include that. It depends on because later on, that one is in the creation of the template. You can decide which one to exclude, which one to include. Okay. So yeah, so let's we'll continue on next topic for tomorrow. So we focus more on the details tomorrow. So we add more information in our drawings. Don't forget to save your model. We'll still use that one tomorrow. Okay?